like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Na Dior Pop. Some moments don't need dramatic music, bold headlines, or endless explanations. Sometimes, all it takes is a simple arrival to make the entire world pause. A long journey, quiet footsteps at the airport, and 7 familiar figures standing together once again. After years of waiting, guessing, and holding on to hope, BTS has finally arrived, together. And in that single moment, everything starts to feel real again. Finally, the members of BTS have arrived safely in Lisbon, Portugal. After a journey that lasted more than 20 hours since departing from Korea, the news alone was enough to bring relief to countless fans around the world. Their first flight from Korea to Dubai took over 9 hours, followed by a transit and another long flight from Dubai to Lisbon that lasted more than 8 hours. It was an exhausting journey, both physically and mentally. Long hours in the air, crossing multiple time zones, and the sheer fatigue that comes with non-stop travel, everything about it sounds draining. That is why, more than anything else, many ARMY simply hoped that the members would be able to rest well once they arrived. And now, that hope feels a little closer to reality. BTS arrived safely, and a few ARMY were there to welcome them. There were no overwhelming crowds, no chaos, just quiet excitement, relief, and heartfelt happiness at seeing all 7 members together again in one place. Sometimes, moments like these do not need grand gestures. Just knowing they arrived safely is already enough. As of now, there has been no official confirmation about what BTS will be doing in Portugal. And yet, that uncertainty is exactly what makes everything even more exciting. With their comeback approaching, many believe the most likely reason for this trip is a music video shoot. Portugal, with its historic architecture, artistic atmosphere, and cinematic landscapes, feels like the perfect backdrop for a visually powerful concept. However, there is another possibility that fans cannot ignore: the filming of Bon Voyage. The fact that all 7 members left Korea together strongly supports this theory, as Bon Voyage has always been about travel, togetherness, and the genuine moments shared between the members. What makes this entire situation even more special is how unexpected it was. When photos and videos from the airport in Korea began circulating, showing all 7 BTS members leaving the country together, fans immediately started asking questions. Where are they going? What are they preparing for? What comes next? Curiosity spread rapidly, mixed with an excitement that was almost impossible to contain. There were no long announcements beforehand, no detailed schedules released. Just one simple truth: BTS was traveling together again. And honestly, how could anyone not be excited? This is the first clearly visible official group schedule with all 7 members together in 2026. For many ARMY, this moment means far more than just another trip overseas. It is a symbol, a sign that a new chapter has truly begun. Seeing them side by side at the airport, after years of individual activities and separate schedules, felt surreal. It was emotional, nostalgic, and comforting all at once. A reminder of everything that fans have waited for with patience and trust. Now that they have arrived safely in Lisbon, gratitude naturally follows. Their safety is always the most important thing. And from this point forward, one realization becomes impossible to ignore: BTS's comeback is no longer a distant idea. It feels real. The time left until their long-awaited return is growing shorter, and the excitement surrounding it continues to build at an incredible pace. Before the official announcement, ARMY all over the world shared countless theories about the upcoming album. From its title to its concept and message, everyone had their own hopes and interpretations. But when the official name was finally revealed, many were left quietly amazed. The album is titled Aridang, a name that feels powerful, meaningful, and deeply symbolic. This marks BTS's first full group album after 3 years and 9 months, a long period filled with challenges, growth, and transformation. Aridang will consist of 14 tracks, And what makes it even more special is that all members were deeply involved in its creation. This is not just a comeback album. It is a statement. The official release date has been confirmed as March 20th, a date that countless ARMY have already marked on their calendars. Adding even more depth, Aridang will be released in 3 different album versions, each representing a unique perspective of BTS and their journey. The first version, rooted in Korea, highlights how deeply BTS is connected to their Korean roots. No matter how global their influence becomes, their identity, values, and artistic foundation remain firmly grounded in Korea. The second version, rooted in music, focuses on BTS as true musicians and artists. It reflects their love for music, the endless hours spent in studios, the creative struggles, and the sincerity behind every sound and lyric. For BTS, music has never been just a job. It is their language, their escape, and the bridge that connects them to the world. The third version, Living Legend, represents BTS's global impact. It acknowledges how their journey has gone far beyond ordinary success. They are not just idols, they are a cultural phenomenon. Living legends who continue to grow, evolve, and inspire while still actively creating. In their shared messages, Namjoon expressed how excited they are to finally share this album with the world. Jin explained that Aridang reflects the peak of their journey so far as BTS. J-Hope added that the album defines them on their own terms, without conforming to expectations. Suga said they have been waiting for this moment for a very long time. Jimin shared that throughout the preparation process, they constantly thought about their fans. V mentioned that each song carries its own story and unique atmosphere, and he hopes listeners will enjoy every part of the album. Jungkook concluded with a simple yet deeply touching message. Thank you for always staying by our side. You are our biggest inspiration. Thank you. Unsurprisingly, theories and discussions among ARMY have only intensified since the album announcement. Many believe this comeback will showcase Korean culture more prominently and tell a deeper story, not only through music, but also through visuals, symbolism, and messaging. It feels as though BTS wants to share something more personal and reflective this time, making the comeback even more meaningful. At this point, one emotion stands above all others: excitement. After such a long wait, the end finally feels within reach. Like millions of other ARMY around the world, I cannot wait to see what BTS will reveal next. And as this new chapter slowly begins, one thing feels clearer than ever. This isn't just a comeback. It's a reunion of time, trust, and everything BTS and ARMY have held onto through the silence. Wherever this journey in Lisbon leads, music, memories, or something we haven't imagined yet, we know one thing for sure. BTS is moving forward, together. And we'll be right here, walking beside them, just like always. Until next time, this is Na Dior Pop. Thank you for staying, thank you for believing.